Welcome to Hold On to Your Butts, a podcast about the great franchises that lost their way. This is season 2, aka There's No Time for Love, Dr. Jones, an Indiana Jones rewatch. I'm Paul, and as always, I'm here with my friend JD.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for being here.
How are you today, JD?
I'm good. Ready, excited to talk about this movie. It's probably the one I've watched the most at this point. Yeah.
How many times? What's the count?
Well, this week 4 times. Yeah, just
four. I mean, just this week.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's nice of you to clap for that. I wonder how his wife feels about that.
She wasn't there for most of them.
Did she watch it at all?
No, I don't recall.
Yeah.
But she has opinions.
Okay. We'll talk about them. You've heard his voice a little bit. We have a great guest this time. He is a local comedian and one of the co-hosts of the long-running Broadcast Geeks podcast, Mitch Jones.
Hey,
welcome to the show.
What's up? Thanks for having me. Oh, I got applause. Nice. Hey, I don't know about Broadcast Geeks. Some might say it belongs in a museum. But
Mitch was doing this before the pod. You got a lot of these lines in your head right now.
I'm a big Indy fan. That's why when JD shared the story, I think it was like at 2 a.m. even.
That was pretty.
It was like 12:30 at night.
Maybe that's when you saw it, but
no. You posted it, and it was one of those things where it's like you'd see someone post a story like 36 seconds ago, and I'm like, I want to be on this podcast if you'll have me.
Yeah. So there's a lot of back and forth to get Mitch on, a lot of wrangling, wrangling.
We had to do it.
Yes. He's like, I have the hat, I'm ready to do it. A lot of back and forth.
Tell us about your relationship with the franchise, Mitch.
Did we say you're a comedian, Mitch?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I love this franchise, mostly because when I was growing up, there was not a lot of, it's in the title, my last name, Jones. It's right there. Uh-huh. Also, he's a badass archaeologist, Nazi puncher, and also afraid of snakes, just like me. I hate snakes. I hate them.
When's the last time you were near a snake?
Near one?
Yeah, we haven't really talked about snakes at all on the show. I'm kind of ambivalent about snakes personally.
Yeah.
I've never encountered one, I don't think.
There was a time at my job where the owners they went out of town for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And they were like, you have to watch our son's snake while we're gone. And it was weird. In a terrarium. And it was like, feed the snake every once in a while, put some water in there. So I had to put my hand slowly in there and was like, you stay over there. You please don't bite me.
You're like, where's my whip?
Right.
I can't watch a pet snake without my whip.
Exactly. But also weirdly, I was like, snakes smell like bananas. And I was like,
what?
There is a reasoning behind this. I was like, this snake reeks of bananas. And I don't know a lot about snakes because I don't like them. So I was like, these bananas smelling weird little reptile. I hate you so much. And then I found out after they got back 2 weeks later that one of the owners had left a bunch of bananas rotting on their desk. And so I was oh, I'm sorry, Snakey. I didn't mean to blame you for the banana smell. But
so the hatred stemmed only from the banana smell.
Well, no, it just hated because Indiana Jones hates snakes, and I'm afraid of snakes. So
Indiana Jones,
Team Jones,
not just a professor of archaeology, but an expert of the occult and an obtainer of rare antiquities.
Mm-hmm.
Something they hit a lot in this movie is I'm not a grave robber, which I thought was interesting.
He fully 100% is. In every movie we've seen him
not in this one because he puts the knife back in the guy's.
Oh, he wanted it though.
He
wanted it.
If Shia LaBeouf wasn't there, he was totally going to steal that.
100%. He was.
But they hit that twice about grave robbing. He's like, "Oh, are you some kind of grave robber?"
He's like, and then it was like, grave robbers will be shot. And it's like, good thing we're not grave robbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But so, Mitch, your last name is Jones.
Yeah.
What's that like?
It's great.
Kids on the schoolyard ever be like, hey, where's your whip, Dr. Jones?
I do get called Dr. Jones, which is great because I'm generally a kind of a dumb guy. Not putting myself down.
Not all doctors are smart.
Not all doctors are smart, but I do get called Dr. Jones a lot. My friend Sam, he coached high school football, Skyline high school. That is to say, I did not go to Skyline high school, but I would always call him Coach, and he would call me Dr. Jones. So it's a thing we did. But yeah, it's great. It's one of the, I don't have to think about how to spell it. People don't really. I have gotten Johns before, and I was like, no, it's one of the most common last names ever, with Smith and maybe Williams, I think.
You're like, I got some movies to show you.
Yeah.
It's not Johns.
Sometimes I get a little spicy with it, and I go, it's pronounced Joannes.
How does that go over?
Usually people don't understand that it's a reference to Red versus Blue.
The web series that was made in Halo? Oh, man.
I love that.
Takes me back.
Paul's a gamer.
Yeah.
Let's not ask what word he was going to use before he paused and found gamer. But yeah, I used to watch Red versus Blue.
Yeah, the one thing I know about Mitch Jones is he loves Halo.
Oh, fuck yeah, man. Halo, great series that has lost its way.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
That could be the next season, potentially.
It would be fun. We're going to do the video game of Indiana Jones. Maybe I'll get JD into Halo.
Yeah, have you played that? Great Circle?
No, I need to. I need to play it.
I know I keep seeing it at Target and Walmart for like $70, and I'm like, I can't pull the trigger on a $70 game for this podcast.
Yeah. I mean, you can't write it off.
To who?
I don't know. The government?
The government. On your taxes.
Yeah. Unrelated side note, I might be going to jail. I don't know what writing off means.
Okay, so Mitch, that's the premise of the show. Do the franchises that have lost their way. We did Jurassic Park. We're doing Indiana Jones. Like we said, Halo would fit in. Do you feel like Indiana Jones has lost its way?
Absolutely.
What went wrong?
Crystal Skull gets a lot of undeserved hate.
That's our topic today. We'll get into it. But is that the turning point for you, though?
Well, I liked Crystal Skull. I say personally, I am a big Indiana Jones fan. I have the hat, but
he is
my personal collection is only the first 3 movies. I do not even own Crystal Skull.
Interesting.
Also, mostly because I bought the collection before Crystal Skull existed, and then I was like, I'm not rebuying another 4 DVDs, and I didn't want to buy Crystal Skull by itself because I wanted it to be uniform in the packaging, and it's a whole thing.
Some weird autism, yeah.
We're looking at the results of this right here behind me at JD's collection of DVDs. These first 3, they look great, and then Dial of Destiny here, it's like a different kind of font. And then do you have Crystal Skull? Do they do the same red to yellow gradient? Because on Dial of Destiny, they've got yellow to orange.
Me. Paul, maybe you haven't noticed, but whenever we have a movie we're talking about, I have it behind me.
Oh, I see it.
Main character syndrome over here.
Yeah, I mean,
I say as I'm wearing the hat from the movie franchise.
Sorry, egos can't handle it. I just keep clashing subconsciously. But who's the real alpha of this pod? Me or Mitch?
I mean, you're
both the alpha. 2 alphas.
When this came out in 2008,
there can only be one, Paul. Different franchise.
I remember having. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
I remember having a downloaded version of this that I pirated, and
another reason you might be going to jail.
Well, whatever. Get me.
We'll just add it to the list.
I remember the version that I pirated had a guy stand up to go to the bathroom in the middle of it, and it was very funny.
I love that.
What part?
I think it was the monkey swinging.
That's probably the best part to go to the bathroom in this film.
You think?
Yeah, you know that actual scene was a leftover from when they were trying to do the 3rd movie script when it was Indiana Jones and the Golden Peach.
They're going to go to Africa.
Yeah, or where they were in the Orient.
You think it was
yeah.
Did you say the Indiana monkeys, Jones and the giant peach?
The golden peach, I think, or something, because it was like think of immortality before they got to the Holy Grail being the key to immortality. Also, another interesting fact, there's a fan theory that the Grail, him drinking from the Grail, is what kept him so young and virile in this movie, because he's 65 in this movie.
He looks great.
Yeah. I mean, he's moving around like crazy. They even do a shirtless scene. They pull it out. He looks great. Yeah, great fucking body, dude.
They scrub his dick with a broom.
Yeah, he brings it back up.
Funny. It was a funny moment. It was a good moment. I remember the discourse around it when it came out, though, that he was like too old. That's what people were saying.
Right.
But in retrospect, now that we've all seen Dial of Destiny and what happened.
We've seen him 20 years after that.
Oh.
This was my wife take. My wife, Megan, she did not watch the movie. She did wander in and out a little bit. And her take was she came in during, she said, quote, Harrison Ford is fine. He doesn't have old man voice. Think of what they did to him later. What was everyone so mad about then? This was her main takeaway. Was like,
I think he's always had old man voice.
You think?
Yes.
Maybe a little
See,
bit.
my introduction, I was talking to
He's
Paul
gruff.
about this, and you'll get it, because Mitch is like the only other person I know that's watched Hollywood or listened to most of Hollywood Babylons. But my introduction to Harrison Ford was that always Ralph Garman doing the impression of just him mumbling.
Penitent man.
And then he'd do the whip. So I was telling Paul I was always introduced to him as a grumpy old man, but through the course of these movies, I've fallen in love with Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
As a actor, as a man.
Yeah.
I'd let him kiss me on the mouth.
I've had the opposite experience. The more I learn about Harrison Ford, the man, the more I dislike him.
Yeah.
I find him very bland and simple.
You know who Paul likes? Scorsese and DiCaprio. That's
I would take Scorsese, DiCaprio over Spielberg, Ford any day.
Wow.
Any day.
Wow. Well, I mean, that's not a bad pairing. Not a bad pairing.
It's pretty good. Damn good pairing.
I think if you want to have fun, you go for Spielberg, Ford.
Right. If you want to have a nice
If you love mob violence and, guys hitting women, you go for Scorsese.
Raging Bull. I will say that when I walked out of the theater for Dial of Destiny, I said aloud, everybody owes Crystal Skull the biggest apology ever.
Oh, yeah.
Because Dial of Destiny is as bad as everyone was making Crystal Skull out to be in 2008. Like, we all watched it recently. It's fine.
Crystal Skull?
Crystal Skull's great. It's one of those things where it's like, you know how like you have a friend group and maybe there's one person that you all make fun of, and then someone new comes into the friend group and tries to make fun of the new guy that the guy that you already make fun of, and you're like, hey, you don't talk about him that way. That's our guy.
That's how Dial of Destiny and Crystal Skull to you?
Yeah, I hate Dial of Destiny so much that I'm like, hey, Crystal Skull's one of the boys, okay? You don't talk about Crystal Skull like that.
It is weird how there's like the first three are definitely a 3, and then there was the fourth one, and now there's like.
I think looking back at the trilogy, or I don't know what you call a 5 pentology as a whole. This one I think shares more DNA with Temple of Doom. It's kind of like a side story out because Temple of Doom doesn't fit with the other two.
It's a prequel.
And it's kind of off to the side, with just the tone of it. And then this one, I think this movie does kind of the same thing. But that's what they wanted to do with it. They wanted to have these serialized experiences that are different, but with the same character. And that's why they're like, the only person they bring back is Mariam in this movie.
Although they do flesh out. I mean, I think that this series exists on a spectrum, right? Because we've talked about this. Lucas wanted the idea of like or I forget where it came from, but there was this idea that it would be like the American James Bond.
Yes.
And every movie would be a different
Spielberg
adventure.
wanted to do James Bond.
And Lucas had this idea to do an archaeologist adventure. And then I think as they started making the movies, Spielberg was more interested in the character development. He was the one that brought in the dad character after the flop of Temple of Doom. He was like, no, we need to go back to the mythos of Indiana Jones's family and develop these relationships. And I think this movie is kind of like the middle ground, Crystal Skull.
Spielberg was going through his daddy issues, so he brought that into his art.
We have the family stuff with the kid and Marion is back, but we also have like a pretty just solid standalone adventure with the Crystal Skull scheme and Oxley. Doc Oxley.
Yeah, Doc Ock.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
David Koepp, coming back. Or
screenwriter David Koepp is back.
Official,
Stevie Baby's best boy.
Yeah.
Mr. Koepp.
Well, yeah, I feel like thinking about the last movie again, that one had a lot of DNA of a James Bond movie. He's going to exotic locations, Venice, romantic.
Yes.
They have a former Bond girl in there. She's kind of a disposable, she's not a Miriam. She's definitely more along the lines of Kate Capshaw's character. Willie Scott is just kind of another person that he has an experience with.
Yeah.
But she turns on him. She's evil. That's a fucking Bond thing, I feel like.
You think it's weird that Indiana Jones and Henry Jones Sr. are Eskimo bros?
I kept bringing this up. Paul goes, it's weird that you bring it up so much.
Dude, maybe that's not the right terminology to say it, but...
They're Eskimo dad and Eskimo son?
I was more saying that...
The Eskimo part is the problem.
It's Inuit now? Okay.
Indigenous peoples.
But yeah, I don't know. It's weird that they both bang the same girl. She talks in her sleep.
Yeah. Agreed.
And then he's like, how do you know that?
Would you be able to keep having a relationship with somebody that you knew had a sexual relationship with your dad?
No.
Okay. Well,
especially because she was a Nazi, and
that's
Nazis
the
are
more
bad.
important thing to you.
Yeah. Well, you start dating her knowing she's a Nazi, but then the addition of the dad thing is like, this is too much.
Last straw.
This is too much.
All right.
Not both. Not both. Can I do my plot summary for Crystal Skull?
Please.
Okay, so the fast facts are the budget was $185 million. The box office was $786 million. Very successful. I think in retrospect, we think of this one as not as successful, but it was very, very successful. So stars Harrison Ford, Karen Allen, Shia LaBeouf, Ray Winstone, Cate Blanchett. The plot is, after 19 years, our dim-witted, grave-robbing hunk returns. After helping some freaky Soviet spies steal a priceless artifact from the U.S. government, Indy survives an atomic bomb blast and is promptly fired. To make matters worse, some greasy-haired dropout invites Indy on the guilt trip of a lifetime to Peru, where a former colleague of Indy's has gone missing, and the kid, Mutt Williams, a.k.a. Indy's secret son, a.k.a. Shia LaBeouf, helps Indy find a crystal skull. But the Soviets are one step ahead, stealing the skull, kidnapping the Jones boys, and reuniting them with their ex/mom, Marion Ravenwood. Another escape, Mutt plays Tarzan, and they all end up in a mythical jungle city of Akator, where they hang out with an extra-dimensional being, do a tiny bit more grave robbing, and destroy a priceless historic artifact. The end. Until next time.
I think that's interesting. The alien thing, Spielberg again,
Yes.
Lucas pushing the alien thing, Spielberg being like, it's too much like Close Encounters. I don't want to do another alien thing.
No more aliens.
So Lucas is like, what if they're interdimensional beings?
What if they're interdimensional beings?
And then he was like, okay.
Fine.
Yeah.
Spielberg seemed like he never liked the MacGuffin in this one. The aliens, the interdimensional beings. He never was that into it. It took 19 years. It took like from 89 to 2008 for Lucas to convince him basically to do this.
Well, there's a big thing. Well, they had that AFI Lifetime Achievement Award thing they had for Harrison Ford in 2000. And that's when the whole Indy crew got back together. Mm-hmm. And that's when Lucas said he had, kind of readdressed it. And they were all like, okay, yeah, let's start thinking about it. And so it took him 2 years to get the Crystal Skull thing, a script ready. And then another 8 years until they started, or 6 years or something, until they started producing it.
Production.
But Harrison Ford was a lot more active in it. He did seem like he liked the Crystal Skull idea. Mm-hmm. So that was something he signed off on. Which is funny because the Crystal Skull thing has a connection to Dan Aykroyd, who's a very conspiracy theory guy. He wrote the Ghostbusters stuff.
You're talking about the vodka brand that he owns?
Well, that's an homage to the Crystal Skull.
I was meaning to look this up, and I forgot to. Do you know it? What it's? So he bought the brand because he likes the myth, or no? He created.
He had a vodka thing he was doing. He got into alcohol like a lot of weird actors do. It's a weird thing that actors do. Eventually, is get into alcohol. And so he brought the Crystal Skull thing to the vodka brand because it's pure.
Interesting.
It's a distilled to a high level. But anyway, Dan Aykroyd was in Temple of Doom. That's what I wanted to bring in.
They're probably buds.
Maybe.
I like to think of him as
okay,
butts.
that's cool. Yeah. I like Dan Aykroyd, though. I think he's kind of one of the unsung heroes of that era of SNL.
Yep.
Okay. Anyway.
I like.
You want to get
he
into
did
that.
the one
fun.
with it was like the Halloween costumes. He's like the invisible pedestrian. And it's just like a black cloak.
I like the one.
SNL
my favorite
thing?
SNL bit was where he's like trying to pitch toys for kids, and he's like, "Bag o' glass."
Yeah,
it's just a bag of glass.
It's the same guy, but he's
pitching something else.
He's pitching Halloween costumes. Gotcha. Invisible pedestrian.
I don't know any of this.
I remember playing with like broken glass when I was a kid, so it really resonated with me.
Really resonated.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
That's nice. That's good.
So Harrison Ford liked the idea, I guess is what I was getting at. So I think it was kind of 2 against 1 with Spielberg, a little bit more. And then Harrison Ford, this is something I think I got from Hollywood Babylon, is Harrison Ford had been in like 2 separate plane crashes at that point. And he'd always been kind of curmudgeonly, didn't want to go back to any of the nostalgic things he had done. But after that last plane crash, he was more willing to do these things again. I think he had more of a lust for life after that. His last plane crash. And so he started doing this was like his first foray into coming back as a character, a beloved character that he did.
Do you think he needed the money?
Possibly.
Plane crashes are probably expensive.
Yeah, he did it. I think the last one was on some, like big golf course in LA. Yeah. So he probably had to pay some hefty fines.
Yeah. Or they were just like, whoa, are you Indiana Jones?
He's like,
yes, I am.
We're filming the next movie. He's doing it. He had to do a tax scheme.
But also he married Callista Flockhart, so he's got that Ally McBeal money.
Do you think she has more money than he does?
No, but
why would he's like, maybe. That's weekend money.
We're going to spend your money instead of mine.
We keep that in the bank.
I think he did Force Awakens to they're like, we're going to break your shins if you don't pay your gambling bets.
But I think he brought more of a fun character to the Han than he did to this one. I mean, he's having fun in this movie.
You think he was better as Han in Force Awakens than he was as Indy in Crystal Skull?
Yes. No. Hot take right there. Yeah.
I disagree.
I
disagree.
We're George Lucas right now because we're 2 against 1 on you right now.
Yeah, I feel
doesn't mean I'm wrong.
Han
and Spielberg.
I mean, all of the legacy characters in the new Disney Star Wars stuff are underwhelming, and none of them seem into it at all. And he's great in Crystal Skull. Crystal Skull is really good. Let's talk about Crystal Skull.
Is good.
JD told me that this is your favorite one.
It was until we started doing this, and now I do think I was thinking about my rankings, and I have to say, I think it's Last Crusade. But I really, really like Crystal Skull, and I always have. I liked it when it came out. I was a contrarian then. I was like, you guys are all wrong. This is great. And then I'll tell my story about this. I've been teasing this every episode. This is the one movie I have a story with. You said you pirated this and had to pirate it? Okay. So when I was studying abroad in Jordan, I visited Petra, which is like the treasury in the finale of Last Crusade, that facade relief. That's in Jordan. I visited that. I saw all these Indiana Jones sculptures, and I bought myself a pirated DVD copy of Crystal Skull on the street in Jordan from one of the many black market sellers of American movies.
Cool.
And so you buy it, it's just like a DVD-R. Someone just like got one of those terribly ripped copies of the movie that's filmed inside the theater, and it's a DVD with Crystal Skull written on it. So I go home, watch it on a laptop, and I'm seeing this girl at the time. This was like during the 8 months of my entire life when I was cool, and I'm seeing this woman, and so we're she comes over to my place. I got this DVD of, I'm like, I love Crystal Skull, you gotta watch this with me, it's actually a really good one. And because these DVDs are terrible, they just they don't have menus or anything. I remember this night we watched it, and we ended up not really watching the movie, if you know what I mean. But then afterwards, the movie just played again, and we watched the entire thing twice back to back.
Cool.
That's how much I enjoyed it, and what a great night this was for me.
Did you enjoy the movie? Is that how much you enjoyed it?
Well, it was a great night. The whole thing was great.
There it is.
I think also the not watching the movie also versus this movie's great. As I have that kind of with the movie Cedar Rapids, where I'm like, hey, the extemporaneous activities going on during Cedar Rapids made Cedar Rapids a good movie.
The Ed Helms salesman in the motel movie. It's funny. A hot movie. That's
because my memory of these movies is watching them alone by myself. So
that's cool too.
2008 was a good summer.
2008 was that was the beginning of a long dry period for old Jadles over here.
Jadles?
Jadles.
Never heard you call yourself that.
I like
before.
that. I like it.
Yes.
But think about summer of 2008. You kick it off with Crystal Skull.
Boom.
I saw it in theaters and then I pirated it. But
yeah,
I saw it and I definitely didn't be like, hey, come on, guys. Like, it's not that bad. I didn't think that the South Park where they're like, oh, they raped Indiana Jones. I was like, that's a little too far, guys. I don't think that it's as damning as Dial of Destiny. But then a couple months later, you had one of the greatest movie ever, Iron Man, come out. And then after that, The Dark Knight. 1 month later.
Yeah.
What a summer for movies.
Big summer.
I think it's Dark Knight and then King of the Crystal Skull are the two highest grossing movies of the year.
They are.
Interesting.
And Iron Man's number 8. But who's laughing now, fellas?
Yeah, Iron Man. Paul's definitely in the Christian Bale camp.
I think so. Yeah, probably.
This is another Scorsese, Leonardo takeover. A fun jaunt.
I like
movie.
The darkness. I do remember having that debate about Iron Man versus Dark Knight that year. I mean, those two coming out because they were both so excellent and like you couldn't help but compare them.
Would you take Downey Favreau combo over Spielberg Ford?
Fuck you, Downey Favreau.
No, there's no way.
They don't deserve a place in the
They both did a great movie that has stood the test of time. It kicked off the greatest film franchise of all time, the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
How about Downey and the Russo brothers? How about that? Forget Favreau.
Yeah.
Wow, not a Favreau guy.
I mean, or probably Feige really would be the more fair comparison.
Well, Downey and Favreau is Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, and then Chef.
Oh yeah,
because that's the only three movies.
That's a good one, right? You don't like Chef?
I've never seen
Downey and Chef. What did he do?
He was a bit part. He was a
side character.
He was Sofia Vergara's ex-boyf or ex-husband, and Favreau goes and talks to him.
Yeah.
And then I
think he invests in his company or his food truck.
That's nice of him to do. Good move.
Because Favreau didn't direct Due Date with Downey and Galifianakis, right?
Favreau didn't do Iron Man 3?
No, Shane Black.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Anyway, okay. Sorry. I just keep missing with you guys. All right. Striking out.
How so?
I keep bringing up stuff and I feel like you guys aren't into it.
No, what did you just... We were...
I brought up Dan Aykroyd. I brought up...
Dan Aykroyd.
I like Dan Aykroyd too.
Well, okay. Yeah, you like Dan Aykroyd, but, we weren't really on the same page with that one, but that's fine.
I didn't know that. Where
was
he?
It's okay. We're moving on.
Okay.
He also has a Crystal Skull thing, I think was the connection.
But like...
And he was in Temple of Doom.
He's in Temple of Doom.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like a tiny little role in the opening scene.
Yeah. No, not the opening scene, but yeah.
I thought you said he was in Crystal Skull, and I was like, what?
Let's talk about the opening scene in this movie, all right? You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Oh, I love
Great.
it.
I love homage to American Graffiti,
Sure.
But I do think it's funny that these Russian spies that are going to kill American soldiers drag race these teens.
I thought the teens were going to get iced.
That's a good point. Why would they do that? Why did that happen?
Yeah. In the third watch, I was like, these are spies. These are Russian bad guys.
Yeah, they got suckered into a...
But the guy really wants to drag race.
You know what? They got toxic masculinity in the USSR as well, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Can't help it.
That's along the lines of we're talking about like a drinking game being something like in a movie. It's like a trope in a movie that you can't like not do as a man. Drag race, you can't deny in a movie as well.
Apparently.
Yeah. Drag racing and drinking games. Would you feel obligated to do one of those if you were in a movie?
Drag racing?
Yeah.
Drinking games.
Yeah.
Probably drinking games more than drag racing.
Okay. You've never raced anyone down I-25 when you're coming back from a show at the Comedy Fort or something?
No.
Oh, well. All right. Never
mind. I don't have
the
need for speed.
Guess not.
No.
Or the buzz.
I guess not. No. It's all about family. You guys should
Oh my God, is that Vin? Vin is here?
Vin. Yeah, get a Corona and a family.
Get a Corona and a family.
That's great.
So the transition from the Paramount logo to the prairie dog. Well, it's a what is that? A prairie dog.
Prairie dog.
Yeah.
Sure.
Make it about and out of a molehill.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was very fun. Yeah, I thought for sure those teens were going to get killed immediately, but they just get off scot-free.
Yeah, it would have been nice to. That feels like something Spielberg would have done, is to like bring those teens back in after the bomb blast. Maybe like maybe you see them driving away from it, or like getting incinerated in a fiery, something.
Yes, this is Spielberg slipping.
They're still having fun, but they all have like Harvey Two-Face thing going on.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like they're also in the vicinity of this atomic blast. They would have been.
No, the blast happens the next day because they go into the place and the night falls.
Oh no, you're right.
Yeah, and then he makes it to that little town.
Yeah, that's true.
I do like the introduction of them pulling Mac and Indy out of the car and just hucking him on the ground, and then him standing up and putting the hat on in the silhouette.
It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That's classic Spielberg, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and a new cinematographer this time, Janusz Kaminski, who apparently watched all the old movies. Of course he would. But I mean, they have all those touches, all the faces in light or shadows, the great contrast.
Yeah, there's a lot of shadows of Indy because, when you see him putting on the hat, you see the shadow on the car.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's a lot of like shadow work still going on, a lot of Indy in the shadows.
Yeah. I like when he meets Spalko for the first time, and she's like, "Where do you think I am from, Dr. Jones?"
Yeah,
like, judging by the way you're chewing on those wubbies.
Yeah, that's very good.
I always think about that quote, chewing on wubbies.
And he clocks
she's
her
from the
accent
Ukraine.
From Ukraine.
Yeah, Eastern Ukraine.
I think
this is Cate Blanchett's character,
Cate Blanchett.
Of course. The brilliant performance from her.
Hot off Lord of the Rings.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I think this is the next thing she does.
Interesting. Very different.
Yeah.
She's ethereal in Lord of the Rings as Galadriel, and here she's visceral.
Got her hairstyle from looking at yearbooks of old 50s yearbooks. And so that's where she was like,
Ukrainian yearbooks?
No, I think it was American.
Well, then that's terrible.
She's trying to blend in.
She's blending in America.
With her sword?
Yeah.
It's a rapier.
The sword touch for that character. I mean, maybe this is a good time to step into JD's Fashion Corner, one of our favorite segments. We're talking about the villain, Irina Spalko.
Yes. Is it Colonel Dr. Irina Spalko?
Colonel Dr. Irina Spalko. So she is a psychic researcher for the USSR, of course, and her outfit for most of the movie is these dark sunglasses, the short black hair, a gray. I couldn't tell if it was a jumpsuit or if it was a two-part.
Yeah, it's a two-parter because she's wearing a belt.
Two-parter, and then the sword.
Yeah.
What did you think, JD, of this outfit?
I thought it was fine. I mean, gray, they're going with just the gray tones, the grayness of the Cold War. It's all a metaphor. And because, they go back and forth with the Indies, working with them a little bit. It seems that he likes to be, solving this mystery of the Crystal Skull, even though they're kind of bad guys. They're playing with like, who is the bad guy? Mac goes back and forth on whether he's a spy, a double agent or not. So there's a whole lot of gray in this movie. I think they're moving away from the, black and white of the 1930s. And now it's, he's moving into a new era.
Yeah. There's a lot of the Red Scare at the beginning too, where they're like, "What were you doing over there, Dr. Jones?" Like, "I fought for this country." And then the guy has to come in and be like, "Oh, if there's anyone that's a commie, it's definitely not Indy."
Yeah, it was good. I like the setup on campus, the Red Scare stuff.
Okay,
the Cold War paranoia.
There's a good chunk of movies in between for Blanchett, but sorry.
Oh, between Lord of the Rings and
yeah,
makes sense.
Okay,
there's a lot of them.
Like
The Aviator.
6 years.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of DiCaprio,
Life
Scorsese,
Aquatic.
hello.
That's a good
The
one.
Aviator.
I like it because of Blanchett, not so much DiCaprio.
I like The Aviator because of the part where he's losing his mind and he's like, "Come in with the milk, come in with the milk, come in with the milk, come in with the milk."
I like the part where he fucks Cate Blanchett.
Whoa.
Okay. All right. Great.
I thought Indy might have done that in this movie, but no.
I think, my take is Blanchett best villain, Indy villain since
Tote?
Tote's great villain.
I don't think Tote's the main villain. I think what's his name's the villain? Belloc is the villain.
But Tote is a more compelling villain.
Again, that goes with the champagne villain versus the muscle. Like the Nazis are just evil. They're there to just be evil. But Belloc is putting them all the big. He's the reason Indy's, part of it. He's, the active part, I don't know, the force in the film. And I think Cate Blanchett is a worthy opponent for Indy in this movie.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I thought she was great. Formidable.
I do think they kind of defanged her a little bit.
Smart,
when she's trying to read his mind. I think it would have been a lot stronger of a choice that if she read his mind just enough to make him uncomfortable. Because he's just like, what are you doing? And she like gives him the 2 little slaps and says he's hard to read. But it's like, if she would have fucked with him a little bit by being able to get a little bit of information, you know, I think if she would have scared Indy, that would have been set her up as a, S tier villain.
Yeah.
Would have made more sense of why he immediately started cooperating to like be like, I need bullets. I need gunpowder to like find the magnetic box.
Yeah. That was a fun scene too, though. That whole opening, it's like a mystery. They're doing something. It's active. I liked it.
And it's a great callback too, because the end of Raiders or I think it's Raiders, not is in that warehouse.
Because the Ark goes in the warehouse, and then they show the Ark when they're leaving. There's a cracked box, and you see the side of the Ark in there.
Oh, I missed that. That's great detail.
Yeah, when they bash through the wall of boxes. That's Area 51, right?
Yeah.
Because it has a big 5-1 on the doors.
Yeah, you get it.
But yeah,
he gets subtlety in film.
It's really good. Like there's a lot of great visuals in here, but then I was noticing there's a few of them that I'm like, that is so 2008. Because when he busts through that wall of boxes in the truck at the beginning, it's like everything immediately splinters. But then it's like, but the Ark of the Covenant, it only cracked a little bit so you could see the Ark. That box with God in it, it's okay.
It is protected by the Lord, so
that's true. It's on a mission from God. Dan
Aykroyd. There's a whole special features. They did a lot of miniatures as well. So like when they did the A-bomb, they like built a miniature of that whole town, and then they had just big like air blasts coming through.
Okay.
And it's again where they just built this big thing. And they were like, we only got one shot at this, and we have to get it in one take. Just like in Temple of Doom when they split the bridge, they could only shoot that once.
Right.
So
right.
A lot's riding on it, and they have a bunch of cameras on it, and then they add digitally all the smoke and the radiation stuff.
Yeah.
Another big thing on Mythbusters is would Indy have actually survived this radiation blast?
We're talking about the nuke the fridge moment. We got to talk about the nuke the fridge.
Because they also did a Mythbusters about whether they would have been able to survive the jump from the plane in Temple of Doom
with the
on
boat.
The raft. Yeah.
Well, I heard that Harrison Ford just did that for real.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm hearing from a reliable source that was just a real thing that happened.
He gave me this hat.
Well, you must this is the original whip as well.
Yeah.
By the way,
this hat is highly irradiated.
Ridiculous claims over here. Yeah.
I have something about the nuke the fridge. Apparently, because it was so unpopular when the movie came out, people didn't like this. Crazily, I think it's a great movie moment. Personally, very iconic. Spielberg said, "Blame me, don't blame George. That was my silly idea. I'm proud of that. I'm glad I was able to bring that into popular culture." Lucas denied this, saying Spielberg was trying to protect him. According to Lucas, he had assembled a dossier of research data to convince Spielberg. Lucas stated that his research claimed that the odds of surviving in the refrigerator are about 50-50.
I like it in the moment because he has like 15 to 10 seconds to make that decision. But in your description, you called Indiana Jones dim-witted, but it's pretty smart for him to think of a lead-lined fridge with 15 seconds left.
Paul is he doesn't think Indy's smart.
I'm a bit of a hater.
He does not believe him
he knows multiple languages.
He knows every fucking language. That is crazy.
He's smart in this one. He knows a lot of shit in this one. He shows it off. And I think you're right. The fridge move is like, that's best case scenario. And obviously he's right. He's survived. Look, who's got egg on his face? Me.
Yeah, but it might have been a 50-50. It would have been a real short movie if he just, Indy's dead.
Leave him wanting more,
Smash cut to Mutt Williams on the other side of the country, hearing from his mentor, not knowing what to do about it.
Yeah.
Oxley.
Also great. You were talking about shadow moments where Indiana Jones gets out of the fridge and looks up at the nuclear blast. Great silhouette of Indy against the mushroom cloud.
Fantastic shot.
That mushroom cloud.
Fantastic shot.
Being highly irradiated enough that he has to get his dick scrubbed in the next scene.
Yeah, so then the Mythbusters thing, they're saying he's too in the blast radius, the the fridge would have just been crushed. So he would have been crushed inside the fridge, most likely. But let's say, and the lining of like those kinds of fridges, they didn't have enough lining to actually protect you from radiation. It'd have to be pretty thick lining of lead to protect you from the radiation. And you would have to be outside of that blast zone. The initial blast zone did not just be fucking pancaked.
Did the Mythbusters control for someone who sipped from the Holy Grail itself?
No, they did not.
Or been blessed by God from the Ark of the Covenant?
He's got divine
Kali
protection
on his side. Yeah.
Did they get that? Did the Mythbusters?
They didn't talk about it, but I do think that's a big flaw in their research.
Yeah. I mean, going back to what you said earlier, is that he drank from the Holy Grail and it healed his eyes. Because he doesn't have to wear glasses anymore.
He does wear glasses in
they're readers, though.
Yeah, I saw some. Yeah.
They're not like full on like his glasses. He just had 19 years of ocular degeneration from when he drank from the cup.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about it when he would have had to start getting reading glasses if he hadn't have drank from the cup.
I was thinking
even earlier.
Sean Connery didn't want to come back for a cameo, so they killed him off.
Sad. Come on, Sean.
So they
that
made
would
him
have been
dead.
great.
He said nothing will ever top the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah, that was a big
that killed his career.
Yeah. Just think how quicker he would have died if he hadn't drinking from the Grail, is what I'm saying.
But he did die.
He did die eventually, yeah. Because you have to keep drinking from the Grail.
That's true. That's in the novelization of Last Crusade.
Have you read that? The novelization?
I own it.
Is it good?
I mean, it's a novelization of a movie.
It's okay. It's Rob McGregor, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got one of his other ones that he kept writing after he stopped doing the adaptations. Anyway, go on.
That's a big thing for me. I collect novelizations of movies. I have Batman. I have Batman Forever. I have Raiders of the Lost Ark.
There's a novel of Batman Forever?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
The best one.
What are you doing?
I found it at Mutiny and I was just like, I have to buy this. It's kismet.
Shout out Mutiny Information Cafe.
Is that the one with the Riddler?
Mm-hmm.
Jim Carrey's in this book.
Yeah. You know how like they're like, ladies, if he doesn't have any books on his shelf when you go home, don't fuck him. Well, I always just point to my copy of the novelization of Batman Forever, and 100% of the time it works 60% of the time.
Anchorman novelization. Speaking of that gag, it's probably a good novel, huh? Wonder if the humor comes through.
And then he drank the milk and said milk was a bad choice.
Are aliens still supernatural?
Yeah.
They count as like a supernatural thing?
Debatable.
Because the big thing with on Broadcast Geeks for Mitch is he loves aliens. Like they don't like horse and sword fantasy. They like what do you call it? Lasers and spaceships.
We never had it.
What would you? I know you've said things, so just
space and gun,
lasers and ships.
Yeah,
they like that kind of fantasy.
Well, so not everybody. Matt likes horse and sword.
Yes, yeah, but for the most part, you don't like.
I don't. It's a big thing for me.
Yeah,
which is weird because I love the Legend of Zelda and I like Indiana Jones, which is horse and some swords.
It's kind of horse and sword. I mean, this one's.
But he's a cowboy or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would contest that aliens fall into supernatural because they deal with it on the X-Files.
Interesting.
And
then, that's kind of a monster of the week type of thing.
Yeah, but they're following up on things that happen in the real world in their like that's their reality. It's not like Mulder and Scully are like confronting things that are aliens that I don't know if I'm not on board with this.
Okay.
I think if you're seeing an alien, it means that aliens are real. And then we're living in a world where aliens may or may not be real. And once they come, we will know that they are.
And he saw God, the power of God. He saw ghosts.
Yeah. Okay.
That means they are real.
Say here? What am I trying? I'm trying to say I think it's different. I think
aliens are sci-fi.
Well, yes, but until proven otherwise, they could be real. We don't know yet. It's unsettled science.
You're describing faith, which is interesting.
Coming from you. I'm describing faith. I'm describing uncertainty, I think.
The mystery of faith.
Maybe. Maybe. I got into this debate around Halloween because we had some neighbors that put up some Halloween decorations. They do a big display every year.
Yeah.
And a big chunk of the display this year was aliens. And I was like, that's not Halloween to me.
No, that's definitely not Halloween.
Right?
What did we say? Are aliens paranormal?
Supernatural.
They're more paranormal than supernatural, I'm going to have to say.
Yeah.
Because you like the word better? What's the difference?
Paranormal is like ghosts and shit, which I guess they also. Well, what's supernatural?
It's a show with two hot guys trying to find their dad. I guess I think supernatural ghosts, has to do with some religion thrown in there, more horse and sword stuff. Classic, King Arthur shit, just that kind of stuff.
So you're saying that Indiana Jones, the first 3 movies are about supernatural phenomena.
Supernatural, yeah.
And then now since he's in the 50s,
it's aliens, which is sci-fi to me.
Here, how about this for a definition? Supernatural is things that break the laws of physics.
Okay, then it is.
What is? Aliens?
Aliens are supernatural.
But no, they don't. Not necessarily.
They fly around in ways we can't explain. They're defying the laws of physics.
No, but in like hard sci-fi, they'll follow the rules of physics.
This comes into the Thor thing where he's like, they're just so advanced, it seems like magic to us.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. And like in this movie, like these aliens, these interdimensional beings that Indy and the crew encounter, like according to George Lucas, this is based on like string theory or something. This is real science. This is a plausible reality. This isn't any magic. This isn't breaking our laws of our world. This is something that could happen in our world based on these theories that are out there about how physics works. So I don't think it's supernatural.
It's a theory, not a fact.
Yeah.
And as we know from the last one, archaeology is the study of facts.
Not truth.
Not truth.
Right. Another good line.
Interesting, I do think, because Indy's all about like, most of archaeology takes place in the library in the last movie. And here he says, if you want to be a good archaeologist, you got to get out of the library.
Yeah.
What is it, Indy? Fucking.
That's what I'm talking about. He's a dummy.
He's got 19 years of additional wisdom from the last time he says that.
Yeah, that's true.
He's just like, hey, sometimes you got to bang a Nazi broad with your dad.
That's wisdom.
That's wisdom. You got to get out of the
library. We've kind of been dancing around it, but we and maybe this is a step back into JD's fashion corner, but
dude, Mutt's fit. Great.
Mutt Williams is the other fit.
I was thinking I got to buy a leather jacket after seeing this.
You better buy that Marlon Brando hat to go with it.
I would. I think I could pull it off. I have kind of more of a newsy style hat in my closet here somewhere, but I didn't break it out for the pod, but because I don't exactly know where it is. I don't want to take all the shit out of my closet. Stuff with shit in there, so
costumes.
Yeah,
for future
outfits.
series.
I call it outfits.
Just go in and spin around in there like the Tasmanian devil. Come out with a new fit.
It'd be too long of a podcast. Paul would hate it. Paul's got a time limit.
So we got Mutt Williams. The outfit is black leather
intro.
Coming out of the smoke.
Yes,
next to the truck.
On a fucking Harley.
I wrote it down. It's very cool.
Yeah, it's
Harley that he flies to Peru and they don't use ever again.
Yeah, it gets lost in when they go into the cemetery.
That motorcycle on the plane?
Because that's his thing.
He needs it. I guess he wants it.
Because apparently, they were saying that like everybody in the 50s, the Wild One just came out. That's with Marlon Brando. So like every greaser kind of kid was trying to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So when Shia was cast, Spielberg sent him the Blackboard Jungle, Rebel Without a Cause, and the Wild One, and he's like, you got to transform into Mutt now.
Nice.
Which I think Shia did so well. I think he's good, dude. He's fucking doing his thing. Like when he's like talking about Oxley and his mentor, his like father figure, is that he's like losing his brain. He's like starts tearing up. He cares, dude. And you're like, fuck. And he's Shia was talking about how Spielberg was like, he's a kid trying to be a man. Mm-hmm. So he's like constantly overcompensating with like being, fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But like when you see him with his like interactions with Oxley and stuff, you see the pain. He's like, this is my father. Like, and he's lost his mind. I thought it was great.
I totally agree. I thought we got a lot of really nice character moments with Indy and Mutt leading up to the reveal. And then after the reveal, it did remind me of the Sean Connery, Harrison Ford dynamic in Last Crusade, which they were clearly going for with this.
Yeah, yeah.
And I thought it was really good. And I think this movie, Shia has obviously, he has a reputation now. I will be his defender of his acting.
Yeah,
his on-screen
his
presence.
Talent,
his talent is undeniable. He's excellent in this movie.
Do you know why he got canceled?
He's had a great career.
Besides this bad shit talking in this movie, I think he had some hitting women allegations and stuff like that.
Yeah, something.
I think he beat up one of his ex-girlfriends or something.
We don't like that.
No,
that hold on to your butts doesn't stand for that kind of thing.
Yeah, not very Stanley Yelnats subject.
The whole guy get repulsed becomes a wife beater. Woo!
Where's the holes? I'm sorry, cut that out of this.
But as an actor, he's good.
Yeah,
as an actor,
this was pre all that.
We like the acting.
Yeah.
And the character is fun.
Yeah,
the long lost
I would have been okay with Mutt, taking over the role. They like the idea of not just replacing Harrison Ford, but him retiring and letting Mutt kind of take over. I would have been on board for this.
It's just a good concept. Had the reception of the movie been a little bit different, people could have. This could have been the path we had for this franchise. That could have been the way.
Yeah. The whole them palling around and be like, it's cool you dropped out of school. Don't let anyone tell you what you have to do. And then after the reveal, and they're like sinking in the quicksand, he's like, why didn't you make him finish school?
It's not quicksand, it's different.
It's right.
No, but the pedantry of that. Oh my God. Actually, my Lord.
It was fun.
What you're saying, I agree completely. That character stuff, those moments with those two, that's what makes this movie. It's really, really good. Really good. Marion Ravenwood could have used more from her.
Yeah, personally. I love Karen Allen.
She's the best
in that role.
She's so good in Raiders, and then seeing her come back is like, yes, we get more of this. And then she doesn't really do anything. She's just kind of along for the ride.
Yeah.
She smiles.
She's a little active in some chases. She goes off the cliff. She makes that choice to go off to the cliff. Yeah.
What I wanted from her was one moment where someone offered her like a shot of whiskey or something, and she would have just been like,
"Yes,
I don't do that anymore. I don't drink anymore."
Yeah, that would have been fun. I think Spielberg, he just suffers he's from a different generation. I think he just, they don't give the female characters the fun character moments. They don't. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, she fought for it, and that like you told us in the first movie, she fought for it, and she made it work, and it was great.
And I think what I got from all the special features on this one is that she was just happy to be back. She was just like, I just want to be here, because there's just a little, just the first moment when she's reintroduced, they argue a little bit about having a good life after he left.
Which is a nice little tense moment.
But then the rest of it is all just she's swooning over him, and they're just in love after
swoony.
That. Yeah.
After she's like, I'm not the only one who moved on. I'm sure there's plenty of women. And he's like, there were a lot of women. They all had the same problem. They weren't you, honey. And she's just beaming.
I think I can do a better impression.
Do it.
No, yeah. I mean, I think those are great moments. I like that. I mean, it was sweet though.
It's
just
nice to
on the
see
first
her.
watch, I'm just enjoying it, Yeah. But after the third watch, you're like, yeah, they could have given her more.
There is
for me.
Yeah.
But it's all fun. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I'm like, this isn't bad. It's the nostalgia thing. I don't like that movies are doing this now. And I think this is the first time people are getting in, like when Harrison Ford does the whip thing and he falls back, he misses where he's actually going to get onto the first truck. Damn, and he swings back in the back.
Closer.
Yeah, I thought that was closer. That's that's too meta. That's him commenting on something he never did in any of the other movies. He never commented on falling off the horse or not making getting beat up.
I guess you could argue that him saying I'm making this up as I go along is kind of that.
I mean, but he's actually talking to other characters.
That's true.
He's not. He says that comment to himself in the movie.
Yeah, but he's an old man. He's 65.
So he just, yeah.
I don't know.
I thought I was like, this is the beginning of this kind of nostalgia thing I don't like in movies too much. Because it's depending on the history, you watching all the other movies. It's not a standalone thing.
Mm-hmm. It's the rise of, that happened humor.
Yeah, you got it. Mitch nails it. He gets comedy.
Sometimes.
I do think the diner fight was fun.
Couldn't agree more. Loved it.
He punches he's like, hey, punch Joe Jock or whatever he
Joe
called
College over
Joe
here.
College, that's right.
Yeah, Joe College. Oh yeah, and the scene in the Marshall.
Get those greasers.
Yeah, dude, that was great.
Greasers versus jocks, and the way it's just like they fall into the teams, and it's Just good dynamic.
Very fun.
Classic Spielberg.
Indy's at a different college in this one, right?
No, he's at Marshall College.
But I thought in the other one he's at Barnett College.
It's all been Marshall College.
No.
To my understanding. In the next one, he's at a different college because he got fired from Marshall College in this one.
But then he's the associate dean at the end of this one.
I guess he goes back to the college. Yeah, he goes back to the college. You're right.
Are we sure that he's not at Barnett?
That Marshall College has been the college throughout all the movies.
I don't know. All right. Well,
I don't know where
you
you're
also
Barnett.
have a nice hat.
It's just two alphas arguing facts over here.
I don't know.
Paul, you better watch out.
You too sell this amongst
He's
yourselves.
got a weapon.
Yeah, he needs a weapon because we fucking would rip him apart with our bare hands.
Let me drink some of my Diet Dr. Pepper real quick.
How do we feel about the Crystal Skull as a MacGuffin and the ancient aliens, interdimensional beings?
Dude, what I loved was the whole Akator scene in there, seeing all the architecture, like that door that opens up when he puts the skull on it. Like that was a practical effect that they made.
The red door and then the red things that fall.
That's a whole thing they did that happens.
It's really cool.
I thought the set was amazing. Like the set decoration, like everything was so fucking cool.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought it was
slick.
I don't think the MacGuffin of the Crystal Skull was my favorite, but all the other shit around it was dope. I love the cemetery.
Cemetery, very cool. Having the guys pop out of little holes.
Yeah,
holes.
I know Mitch is also a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan. Did you recognize a certain Kino was the little pygmy guy who gets reverse?
He got the blowgun.
Yeah, the blow dart reversed into his mouth.
That was Kino.
Yeah, that was Ernie Reyes Jr.
I did not notice that.
All right. Well,
okay. All right.
Do you know Kino from TMNT 2?
Not a Turtles guy.
Return of the Used, or was it called?
Speaking of a franchise that's lost its way.
Maybe the new one was great.
It's got its groove back.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be in one.
It's an interesting one.
Paul hates cartoons though.
I don't like cartoons.
But there's live action ones.
Sure. Do the CG turtles count as cartoons?
For me, yeah. For me,
all right, yeah, but dinosaurs is fine.
If you'll remember correctly, the dinosaurs were my least favorite part of Jurassic Park.
I guess you're right. Yeah, that is funny.
But the other franchise that's kind of come into my awareness is like a possibility for this is the Predator. Since we have that new Predator movie in theaters that's doing very well.
Yeah.
Seems like they found their way again with Predator.
Fucking Arnold.
People talked about Prey being really good. I'm kind of intrigued by
I'm intrigued as well.
Predator. It's hard to, I don't know how you
we
put
thrown
a
out
box
the
around
Matrix,
that.
But
the Matrix would be great.
Yeah. I don't know. So things we can talk about in the future.
But the Crystal Skull as this ancient MacGuffin. Alien, this mystery from history, and the skull. I think the skull itself is a beautiful prop, and it really is striking.
Cool.
Every time you see it, they uncover it in the conquistador's like corpse,
the mummy thing. Yeah,
I loved it. I think I didn't like it as much back in the day, and this time, as a contrast to like Christian mythology,
you're right.
Of the
it looks fucking cool. I'm into it.
It's really,
it's all good.
It's good.
It is good.
It's good.
Yesterday when I watched it was the first time I ever watched it in headphones, and I guess I never really picked up that there's like a sound effect that when they're using the Crystal Skull, it's like low, like
it's like I don't know. Yeah, it's like a buzzing.
Yeah.
I missed that.
I never picked up on that before. But what'd you think about the guy when they cut open the mummy thing and he looks like he died yesterday and then he immediately decomposes?
That was an homage. I think that's an homage to the face melting in the first movie.
Yeah, I had that same thought about the scene with the Russian guy who gets covered with ants, faces being ripped apart in different ways.
Yeah, the ants thing is that's their creepy crawly thing that they bring in this movie,
and the scorpions as well.
Scorpions, but all the creepy crawlies in this movie is CG. No practical on those ones. So I don't think they work as much. There's not the visceral crunching of the bugs under, Short Round's feet.
It worked for me. I thought it was good. I thought all the ant squishing, when Cate Blanchett squishes the ant between her knees when she's hanging from that branch.
Awesome display of athleticism.
Cool.
And the guts go on the camera.
Yeah,
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it's a
good detail.
It's a very early aughts, mid-aughts move for movies, I think.
Huh.
Were you disappointed that there was like Chekhov's scorpion, that nothing ever came from?
Yes, I did. I was like, yeah, why even have that part?
Yeah.
It just seemed like it was such a nothing burger that came from it.
But it was a funny joke. It's just like, how big was the scorpion? And he was huge. Good. Like it's the larger the scorpion, the less poisonous they are.
Yeah. It's like you get bit by a small one, don't keep it to yourself or something like that.
And then Mutt dies immediately.
That is interesting. Why is that in there? Because it's not that good a moment.
No.
I think
they just wanted a moment for Mutt and him to have another moment together.
Just another like fatherly
or just like him,
of wisdom.
I think it shows him respecting Indiana Jones, because all through that scene he's just like, well, you're a teacher, you know. He just like keeps
part-time
in like awe of Indiana Jones.
Part-time. That's not a great line read from Harrison.
I thought it was good.
Part-time.
You're a teacher? I thought that was worse than his part-time.
Part-time. What are you talking about, Mutt? You just went on a motorcycle chase. You flew all the way over to Peru, and now you're like, you're a teacher?
Yeah, they spent a lot of time together.
Some guy's been chasing you through the campus, shooting guns at you, and now you're just like,
questioning it.
You're a teacher? Also, shout out to Indiana Jones's gray fedora alternate variant.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, there's a gray one. They were talking about the fit check.
Into the fashion corner, the gray fedora.
I think the bow ties are fun, and they're doing bow ties and they're teaching.
They're good. The wool suits or the tweed suits. I don't know what to call it.
Good stuff.
It's not my fashion corner.
I wanted to say that I think this is the first time in an Indiana Jones movie where like the hat comes off his head. But then I was like, no, there's the iconic reaching under the door in the very like beginning of Raiders. So
yeah, the hat falls off his head quite a bit. Like when he's on that rocket cart, he like reaches back and he gets the hat. He gets the hat.
The guy derisively throwing it down when he pulls him out of the trunk.
Yeah,
it's like, how dare you do that to the hat?
They did a cool thing with this in the video game. You haven't been playing. I've been playing it again. I picked it up again.
Good. Because I want to talk about.
I gotta play this.
It's fun. It's a very good game, and it's a good adaptation of the source material. But they have this mechanic about the hat where he's wearing the hat. It's a first person game. You don't really see the hat, but it's like a last chance kind of thing. Like if you die, you fall down to the ground, and instead of just having a screen go to black, it says, or it's like you can crawl around slowly. And if you find in your field of vision the hat, you can press X to grab the lucky hat. And then you have like one health bar again, and you get to stand up and keep fighting.
Nice.
It's cool.
Fun. Yeah.
It's good, like very thematic mechanic.
It's like in Mario 64, when the hat is off of his head, he's more susceptible to damage.
What else? I mean, do you have a hold on to your butts moment, JD?
See, this is something I was talking about. Is that it was hard to find a hold on to your butts moment for this film. There was not a standout hold on to your butts moment. So
this is another segment where it's like when Short Round says hold on to your potatoes, when Sam Jackson triggers the security system and
hold on to your butt.
Hold on to your butts. Yeah, I agree. It was like there's no moment that I thought, oh boy, here we go.
I mean, there is a part where, that's very at the end when all the interdimensional being skeletons are reforming into one from a hive mind into one body, where he's like, I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, but that would be a good one. But also it's the climax. So you're like, no, there's nowhere else we're going. This is where we come.
Right. Sorry, Jonesy, I'm a double agent.
That's not bad. I mean, the nuke in the fridge thing is kind of hold on to your butts. He's jumping in the fridge.
Yeah, there just wasn't like a damn, now it's going down. Like a moment.
You only have to be like,
I guess my hold on to your butts moment is when she reveals that Mutt's his son.
That's hold on to your emotional butt.
Yeah.
His name is Henry. It's a good name.
Good name.
Henry Jones III.
Oh yeah, so Spielberg saw Shia LaBeouf in Holes and thought he would make a good Indiana Jones.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
and then
nice.
He's the producer on all the Transformers movies.
And Harrison Ford, said that Shia was a sweet guy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, we could talk about what happened with Shia. I wrote down some quotes about this.
Sure, go for it.
So this is from Wikipedia, but apparently the whole like LaBeouf disowning the movie thing happened at the 2010 Cannes Film Festival, when LaBeouf told the LA Times that he had, quote, dropped the ball on the legacy that people loved and cherished and felt that, quote, the movie could have been updated. We just misinterpreted what we were trying to satiate. Harrison Ford then responded, I think I told LaBeouf he was a fucking idiot. As an actor, I think it's my obligation to support the film without making a complete ass of myself. Shia is ambitious, attentive, and talented, and he's learning how to deal with the situation, which is very unique and difficult. LaBeouf later said he regretted the comments.
How old was Shia LaBeouf when this movie came out?
Probably in his early 20s, right? I mean, that's how he looks to me, 20s.
But, and how old's Mutt supposed to be? A teenager?
If it's 1957.
And he just like dropped out of school. So he's like 16, 17.
Yeah.
The same age his mom was when Harrison Ford,
I was a girl. I was in love.
I was a child.
I was in love. Iconic line. Oh.
And he's like, it was the 30s. He was in his 30s too.
There's one last bit on this. This is from
Shia LaBeouf was 21 years old in Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull.
Yeah, see, he didn't know any better. I mean, he's a kid. But you do have to shut your mouth and just sell the product, right?
Yeah, I think Spielberg said something about like, oh, Tom Cruise doesn't do this or something, and Shia LaBeouf said, I don't want to be Tom Cruise. And so Spielberg was like, you're dead. You're dead, kid. You're done this
dead in Dial of Destiny.
The thing about Shia is he did do this again recently. He disowned a movie he was in.
Transformers?
No, Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis, which was like a, famous like ego project for Coppola, and he funded it himself, and a lot of people hated it. I personally thought it was incredible. And Shia was brilliant in it, but after it came out, Shia was like, this is a big piece of shit I was in. It turned out really bad.
Yeah, I guess he's not afraid to distance himself.
It's such a bad move. Like, who wants to work with that guy?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't give you the goodwill.
Yeah. Like, everyone knows who makes these movies. Like, sometimes they go bad, and it's not really anyone's fault. It's just hard to make a movie, and it requires a lot of people to all be working on the same page, and it doesn't always work. It rarely works.
That's true.
But it worked this time. Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
I mean, I like that they bring in Ford or Indy being part of the OSS, which is like a spy group before the CIA under FDR.
Yeah, during World War II.
Yeah, so that's a real thing. And that's where he met Mac, which is his friend.
George McHale.
Yeah, which Mac, I think, was supposed to be a replacement for Sala, but I just wish it was Sala. It should have been Sala.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
I mean,
they talked about John Rhys Davies being in the end scene where he gets married, but John Rhys Davies didn't want to just like come in for a cameo. So, which he does in Dial of Destiny, basically. But
does he? I totally forget. Yeah, I'm excited to watch that one.
It would be better if it was Sala, but then it's like, I don't want Sala to be a bad guy.
Yeah, I think they would have probably switched that up a little bit. But the Jonesy thing is like, I don't give a shit about this guy really. And he just keeps being bad. And then at the end where they're doing the scene where he's like holding on to the whip, and he's like, I'll be okay, Jonesy. It's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, why?
You're about to be sucked into a fucking vortex, dude. I don't think you're going to be any semblance of the word okay.
I was like, what is this? I don't care about this guy enough.
We see him stealing all the treasure too. Like, he's not a good guy.
Which I think they stole directly from the Mummy. I mean, that's the whole thing that happens with the character in the Mummy.
Bye, Benny.
Yep, bye, Benny.
But also, whenever I watch this movie, I just kind of imagine Mac as like, he's a live action version of Monterey Jack from Rescue Rangers.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
I do like that he called him Jonesy instead of Indy.
Jonesy.
All
right, Jonesy. Don't worry about me. I'm all right.
Yeah, so they made Indiana Jones a spy. So they made him James Bond. Yeah, they got it in there.
Because I think they figured as like, hey, dude, you're infiltrating Hitler's book burning in Berlin anyway. You might as well work for the government. Or do you think it was more of a like he joined up in 1941 when the U.S. was getting into World War II?
Yeah, 1942 is when the OSS was established by FDR. So I'm sure he enlisted once the war got going officially.
Because this is a line I never picked up on until I watched it yesterday when Mac was saying like, just like we did in Berlin. And then Indy's like, double agents. So it's like, does that mean that Indiana Jones went undercover as a Nazi in the war?
I mean, I guess you could say that scene in Last Crusade. He wore a Nazi uniform like 3 times in these movies.
Yeah. He did in Last Crusade. But you're saying during the war,
Raiders
that's
of
a
Lost
whole
Ark.
other thing.
Yeah.
He wore a Nazi uniform in Lost Ark.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Did
Lost...
we miss the Nazis, JD? I know you famously love Nazis fashion.
I know you famously love Nazis as villains in movies.
I know, and I missed them in this one. I missed them. I read in the making of stuff that that I think it was Spielberg or maybe it was Lucas that was like, there is this whole idea that Nazis after World War II, a lot of them went to South America, to Argentina, and lived, and like some of them are still around, like descendants of Nazis. Like that could have been a way to go with this story. It could have been Nazis chasing this down instead of Soviets.
No, I think you were bringing it to a new era. You got to introduce a new villain. You got to give Nazis a break,
especially like space race kind of Area 51.
Yeah, moving into a new era. It wouldn't have worked.
I guess I see that too. I like the Soviets as the villains of this. I think you guys are right that in that 50s
I think
stuff is great.
You gotta veer off every now and then,
Would have been nice to have one just pop up, in a black leather duster down there in the cemetery.
Nazi fashion, way better than Russian fashion.
Who's the villain in Dial of Destiny? Is it Nazis again?
It's Nazis again.
It's
James
Nazis
Mangold.
for
sure. Damn.
Because the Nazis have that Roman connect. I'm excited about watching Dial of Destiny again. I only saw it once in theaters, and I liked it. I liked it. I liked it in theaters, especially the ending. Oh, what a cool fucking ending!
No way.
Yes, going back in time. That's so choice, Indy.
That's the nuke the fridge moment for this franchise.
He doesn't like it because Romans are too close to horse and sword, and he doesn't like it.
No.
That might as well be Lord of the Rings.
I don't know.
I'm Mitch Jones.
I just, all right. The box that has God in it, fine. The Shankara stones and like voodoo and pulling a guy's heart out while he's still alive, okay. Holy Grail, fine. Saucer men from an internet, I will accept that. Him going back in time and like being like, just leave me here. I want to die here. I was like, I cannot sanction this buffoonery.
Why not?
Because it sucks. In my opinion,
I think you might.
I don't think that he
dealing with some own personal things that you don't like that your hero's giving up.
Wow.
I don't like how. Yeah, I don't like that. That would cause so many. Like he rewrote time, basically.
Yeah, it'd be like Doc Brown going back in time and living.
Yeah, that's more of a cartoony universe.
Okay. But this one's real.
This is real.
It's real voodoo. I got a little voodoo thing of you right here. I'm gonna hit it with a pin, see if it works.
I don't know. I mean, everybody's entitled to like what you like, but I was like, I cannot. This is too much for me.
I did have this thing about Pancho Villa. They mentioned that he wrote Pancho Villa. That's a direct pull from the Young Indiana Jones series, which they wanted to make canon.
Yeah, well, that was a nice detail of the making of as well. Speaking of the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, that apparently George Lucas didn't have this urge to make Indy 4 until they brought Harrison Ford back for a cameo in the TV show for a voiceover. And he was playing the role of Indy as in the 50s as an older man. And then George Lucas was like, oh, that actually would be good as a movie. An older Indy, post-war Indy. That's nice.
Yeah.
Also in the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, he fights Dracula.
Yes, he meets Dracula. I think that's a crazy one.
Also cool.
I know they originally they wanted to title this Indiana Jones and the Spacemen.
Yeah, I would not. Kingdom of the Crystal
Indiana
Skulls
Jones
way better.
And Son or something was also one that got thrown around.
Indiana Jones and the Son of Indiana Jones.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the other one, just if they could have cut Kingdom, I think Lucas was fighting for the word Kingdom, and it could have just been Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, and that would have done the same thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
It is shitty that Indy left a week before he was supposed to get married to Miriam. What the fuck was up with that?
Yeah, it is shitty. He's a piece of shit.
Okay, well.
He is. He's a real root rat. He fucks and he moves on.
Not a good
Shia
dude.
Swinging on the vines. Bad scene.
Oh. This is another moment people
Did you
talk
like
about.
These? Which one? Him fighting Blanchett
with
in
the
between
extendo legs?
Yeah,
with the Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah, getting hit in the nuts by cactuses as they go.
There ain't going to be no Henry Jones the Fourth, that's for sure.
Or the swinging scene. What was the worst one?
None of them. They all fucking ruled. The whole action sequence from when they escape from the camp all the way to when they enter the kingdom. It's all great.
The escape from the camp to get into the kingdom was where you get like the fucking
3 times it falls.
The Fern Gully fucking thing, machine eating up all the trees and stuff.
The clear cutting machine.
Yeah. I thought that was
a metaphor.
That was the slog for me in the movie. I know there's always kind of a point where I'm like, okay, let's just get to it.
Let's get to the king. I could see that.
That was it for me.
I like the action though. I like the chase. I like the sword fight.
This is something we were talking about. Like Spielberg is very on the day. Let's have the magic happen on the day. That sword fight evolved into what it was. Originally, it was just them on the ground, not moving, sword fighting, and then Shia was so good with his blade that that's what he says in the movie. I'm good with the blade. I'm great with the blade. That it evolved into that moving car scene.
Yeah.
I did like when Marion was like giving him pointers, like she's a mom that watched him in fencing class. Watch your back foot, honey.
Yeah. They make going over waterfalls look easy.
I agree
they do it 3 times in a row.
Yeah, that was too much. They survive. No one has any issues with this.
Yeah,
giant
Oxley,
waterfalls.
fucking old ass man.
They don't lose the skull.
They just keep popping up.
Giant waterfalls.
Yeah.
I did like how they had to like scurry to get back into the boat, and they seemed more disheveled as each one, each fall. 3 times it falls.
Which I think was this weird reverence for this Oxley guy. I don't know usually Indiana Jones is the one figuring out all the stuff, but they're just like, Ox, you figured it out while you were in the prison cell, didn't you? And it's just like, I don't know, Harrison Ford's just so taken with him. I'm just like, why is I don't know. I don't give a shit about this guy.
Should
have been Sala.
Is Ox the same age as Indy? Because they mentioned that they went to college together.
Yeah, so I guess they should be. Yeah, and he's just British, so he doesn't age as well.
And he didn't drink from the Holy Grail to heal all of his maladies.
That's gonna hurt him. I thought Ox was okay. I see what you mean. Like he kind of was only there to like help with puzzles and like keep them moving to the next thing. Yeah. It's like,
would have been better to be Sala because Miriam has a connection with Sala from the first movie.
But
she knows them from the first movie. Yeah, they have an experience, and if they continue to have a relationship, not a romantic one, but being in each other's lives, and then Sala helps raise this kid, that would have been a way better connection, I think.
I like that idea.
But Sala's already got like 12 children, right?
Yeah, that is kind of a running joke that he's got a bunch of kids.
Car.
That comes out, and that comes back in the next movie. You'll see, Paul.
Can't wait.
So they use the crystal skull to open that door. So does that door have facial recognition?
I guess you could say it does.
Right. Route it around. Because they have technology that wouldn't be seen for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Right. They also have, they use the Nazca lines. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, they could have used them more. I think we didn't see much of them.
Right. I definitely learned what the Nazca lines were because of this movie.
Yeah. I wouldn't have known anything about that. But they do stretch a lot of this stuff, Akator is supposed to be El Dorado, all that stuff,
There's a lot of exposition being said aloud in this movie, for sure.
Yeah, you gotta get it all out there.
I mean, I'm sure that's the case in all the Indiana Jones movies, but it seems especially heavy-handed in this one. This is like, what are they? Aliens? Interdimensional beings, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. I feel like that was
the thing that was missing. You all mentioned the sound effect with the crystal skull, but the thing that was so transcendent about the Last Crusade is they have this great theme music for the Holy Grail, and they don't have that in this movie. The only music that makes any connection is the Indy theme.
And the love theme when he sees Marion.
Yeah, they have that.
Yeah, we do like that.
Yeah, they do show in the special features. There's a whole thing about them digitizing all of the sound effects they had from the first 3 movies.
Like all the punch sound effects.
Yeah. They're saying there's such a distinct like footprint of all the audio stuff from Indiana Jones. It's like such a set universe that they have to use all this stuff. And so, yeah, I thought it was interesting. Yeah.
I mean, it's got a visual style. It's got a sonic style. The movie's definitely
sonic style's a good one.
It does feel like just another one. I don't know why they didn't make more after this. It made a ton of money.
Yeah.
Like even with the critical reception,
they tried, but
generally good. The audience was generally good.
Yeah, I mean, that's why Dial of Destiny, I think would have done better if it would have been immediately after this movie. Because that's another thing we get into is people didn't care enough about Indiana Jones at that point. He'd fallen out of the zeitgeist, so I think that's another reason that movie didn't do well. But we'll get there.
And Crystal Skull probably would have been beneficial to make in the 90s instead of
I mean, if they could have done
19 years between what Last Crusade
19 years
89.
between. It's 19 years between Last Crusade and Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
All right. But I do think so. At the end, when Cate Blanchett's character is like, I want to know the information. This is kind of another thing of the guy from the first movie, the Indiana Jones Dark Side, Belloc. He has to know as well. He gets hurt or dies because he wants the knowledge. Another example of Indy learning to respect and fear the supernatural, because Indy's like, I'm going to stay down here. While you do that.
Is this hubris? Would you call this hubris from these villains?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So Indy's learned enough and has enough wisdom to be like, I don't need to do this. Yeah. He's
heroic.
Like, I'm picking my family over this. And then they get out of there, which I thought was good.
Think he learned that when he was dangling over the edge trying to reach for the Holy Grail? Indiana, let it go.
Let it go. That's part of it. I think, well, they talk about in the first... in the first movie, he's so into the arc. Like I was arguing that he's more into the arc than he is into Miriam. And then eventually when he's like, close your eyes, that's him being like, okay, I'm going to choose being with this person or just human connection over the search for these treasures.
Then I'm going to get her pregnant and leave 1 week before the
So in the timeline, The Last Crusade, a year before is when he had left Miriam. And so Mutt would have been 1 year old in the events of The Last Crusade.
Really?
So he is literally an absentee father as he's having this.
Yes.
Working this out with his own.
Yeah, with his own dad.
It's ironic.
They should have banged the same girl in this movie, him and Mutt, and that would have solved everything.
That's in between one of the novelizations.
Right, in this fanfic I can write Indiana Jones and the Holes of Destiny.
Wow.
Oh God. You're getting at something else I wanted to talk about, because Mitch, you were talking about like why did he stay in the past in Dial of Destiny? I do think like that's a weak point of all these movies is what is Indy's motivation? What does he want?
Right, because he doesn't want money.
He doesn't want money.
It belongs in a museum.
Yeah, he sort of wants to get history preserved.
Yeah, this like fame and fortune
so
thing
negligent as an archaeologist.
Him wanting fame and fortune is addressed in Temple of Doom. And then, which is a prequel. So then you see him evolve in Raiders and then Lost Ark, Yeah, but
Last Crusade is like he wants to have a relationship with his dad.
He says, and right in the movie, I'm not here for the Grail. I'm here to find my father.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he was never really interested in the Grail. He was always interested in finding his dad.
Yeah. I mean, in this one, it's only because Shia LaBeouf's like, oh, Oxley? He's like, yeah, the archaeologist. They're like, he's gonna kill him. So like that's what draws him off the train.
He's reluctant every time.
Yeah,
classic hero's journey. But we don't know fundamentally what his want is as a character. What is he actually trying to do with his life?
Wants prestige. I don't know. It might come down to he's just trying to always prove his worth to his father. He got daddy issues.
As do we all.
He always is looking for another quest, another thing to find to prove to his dad he can do it. He knows that's what his dad valued.
And then I guess that would kind of lend credence to like, oh, he doesn't think he can live up to his dad, so that's why he leaves Marion high and dry. I don't know, just my own
move. No, I like that. I like that interpretation.
My own interpretation of it.
Well, so when the Russians, because Mac's leaving the trackers for them to follow the Russians to follow them into Akator. Yeah, and so the Russians come through and they just shoot all these indigenous peoples. So did the Russians commit a genocide?
Yes.
So are all those people dead now?
The ones that were guarding Akator?
Yeah, because then everything just like the water comes in.
And then it's flooded.
So I mean, I guess they were going to die either way. But
I hope not.
The Russians really came and took care of business there.
Yeah, I mean, Indy didn't know that the Russians killed all those people.
No.
So when he watches it flood at the end, he must have had in his mind, or maybe he didn't think about them even for a second.
He probably doesn't, but
that all those people were dying.
I don't think he walked past their bodies, because when they're leaving the temple, it's like flooding and all the gears are like closing on it, and then they go through a waterway and then get sprayed up into the air.
They get sucked up. Yeah, I don't think he saw.
But when do you? Well, yeah. So I don't think he thinks about it, but that did happen.
It definitely did happen. Yeah. Is it a genocide? I don't know.
They intentionally killed all these people.
I need to look up what the
because when the Russians came back. Do you want me to look up what is genocide?
No, I think we're good.
You said you need to look it up.
No, I'll do it later on my own time. Some pleasure reading later on this evening. Crystal Skull. Look, here's what it is, folks. This franchise has not lost its way. We're now at the part of the show where we're wrapping up. JD's looking for his last notes, whatever his final notes are going to be.
I have lots of notes on lots of movies. I mean, I'm just making sure we're hitting all the points.
Well, you got any? Give us another good note here.
Yeah, give us some notes, JD.
We want your notes.
There was already a Disney ride in Tokyo called Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Crystal Skull.
Wow.
But it didn't have anything to do with the movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Huh.
I was at Universal Studios in Osaka last year. Great trip to Japan. Osaka is how the Japanese call the city we call Osaka.
Say it in American. Yeah. There you go.
Osaka.
Yeah.
Now
I know what you're talking about.
So we went there because we wanted to see the Super Nintendo World, which was very fun.
Oh, hell yeah.
It was very good. But they have a whole theme area around the Kevin Costner movie Waterworld. Not a popular area of the park, and so funny knowing that movie and how big of a flop it was.
Yeah. And then when they go underwater in that movie, isn't it they go through Denver?
I think so. Yeah.
Interesting.
Sunk in Denver,
where we are right now. Listeners are obviously all over the world, but here we are recording in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
I do think this. Spielberg said that he feels his responsibility was to be a steward of the character at this point. For he had to introduce Indiana Jones to the rest of the world.
What?
Like to the younger audience that didn't grow up in the
so he feels
80s?
He feels like he needs to be a steward of the character, not.
Well,
see, that feels like he's lost the spark to me.
Yeah.
That's not like I have something I need to get out there. I need to express this. I can't wait to make this movie. That's like I'm doing this because I feel like I have an obligation.
They backed a dump truck full of money up to my house.
He definitely didn't want to do 3 films. He said that, he was obligated to Lucas because they had a handshake deal. It was like, if you do 1, you have to do 3.
Those guys, what's that relationship like with those guys?
They had 30.
2008 is when they're making this. That's like Lucas is coming off the Star Wars prequels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Spielberg is coming off a run of
AI.
Munich, I think, was in that period.
War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds.
Tom Cruise.
I don't know if those are huge hits, but they were definitely critically acclaimed.
Yeah, I mean, they made money for show.
This is the last one that feels like a true Indiana Jones movie. Like, I respect James Mangold's process, but the cinematography when I saw Dial of Destiny doesn't hold true. Like, I think they went to great lengths to make Crystal Skull look like the other 3 movies.
Yes, certainly. The shadow, the visuals, the setups of the scenes.
You know what? You guys have convinced me. I'm going to watch Dial of Destiny, and maybe I will not hate it as much. I have
Good.
This is a big thing I bring up on Broadcast Geeks a lot is retroactive goodwill. Like Thor Ragnarok. When they're doing the Loki play about the events of Thor the Dark World, they are using the same audio cues that they do in Thor the Dark World, and it kind of gave me some retroactive goodwill towards that movie because I like Thor Ragnarok so much. So maybe, I don't know, maybe that's exactly what happened to Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I saw Dial of Destiny, didn't like it as much, so I was like, oh man, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is top-notch indie.
So you think it's all just perspective?
It's perspective.
From a certain point of view.
Are you saving this for the last episode? Have you done your rankings of what they are?
I think we'll do them each time. We should do them now.
Okay.
Do you want to give us yours, actually?
Facts,
I assume Dial is... Oh, you have more facts, JD?
Yeah.
Let's do more of JD's facts.
They had 30 different hats for the productions and 30 different jackets for Indy.
Nice.
Wow. Yeah.
I always like that picture. I don't know what. It's one of the 3 original movies, but it's like a fake canon of why his hat never comes off, and it's a picture of Indiana Jones with a staple gun pointing it at his head.
Footage, yeah. In the first movie, it never comes off because they were like, that doesn't happen for the hero, and then to kind of humanize him, they have it come off in the next movie. Stayed on
while he hung to the side of a submarine.
How they had to like, anytime his hat would come off, they'd have to stop the scene, and start over again.
Because they only had one hat.
No, but his hat needs to stay on the whole time, so he needs to put it back on to continue the scene.
They have some PA chasing the hat, blowing away in the wind. Like, by the time they got to Crystal Skull, they were like, "Whatever, we have 40 hats.
Let it go.
Let it go." Yep.
So some lucky haberdasher got to make 30 hats for Indiana Jones.
Nice.
I mean, that's a good big payday for them. You don't get a lot of haberdashery work.
This is one of them.
How much does a hat like that cost?
I mean, that kind of hat.
I mean, it's probably Indy hat.
I mean, it's probably $1,000.
So $30,000 for a hat maker.
I mean, I'm sorry. That's a great hat, Mitch.
It's the real one.
It's not the real.
Yes, it is.
It's not a felt. I mean, that's a felt hat. It's not a beaver.
Are you telling me that I didn't buy this at a Blockbuster that was going out of business? Right when okay, whatever. This is not a screen used hat that I. Yeah, no, I bought this at Blockbuster.
Yes, I mean it's probably a couple $100 to up to $1,000. Okay. You know, if they're going cheaper on them, you know that there's probably $500 a hat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is the real whip from the movie, by the way. Yeah. Did you know that?
You keep saying that. Yeah. I mean, I heard you say that.
Yeah, it's engraved on the handle. It says, "This is the real whip, Harrison Ford."
Have you seen that?
Pretty fucking cool.
Jordan Schlansky bit on Conan where they have Harrison Ford on and he's talking about the whip and the original whip having like a tassel at the end or whatever.
Oh, really?
And he's like, "What color was the tassel?" And Harrison Ford goes, "Who gives a fuck?"
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like Harrison Ford to me.
Sounds like the old curmudgeonly fuck that we know.
Yeah, so just to throw that out there, the couple movies right before Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull was Munich, War of the Worlds, The Terminal, Catch Me If You Can. Also, Spielberg, Tom Hanks
If You Can
might be a better. I mean, that's a classic
Spielberg
combo.
Hanks?
Yeah, Spielberg Hanks.
What else does Spielberg Hanks? What's the
Catch Me If You Can? They did fucking Saving Private Ryan. They did.
That's George Zemeckis.
Oh yeah,
Saving Private Ryan. Ever heard of it?
Saving Private.
Yeah.
The Terminal.
My memory.
Also,
yeah, I've heard of it. Terminal.
And also, he did some movies with Tom Hanks. I didn't know that. He did Minority Report and War of the Worlds.
Cruise.
Yeah, with Cruise. Oh yeah, and Chet Hanks is in that library scene.
If Crystal Skull?
Yeah, he's the one who asks him that question when they like are putting the bike back up.
Chet Hanks.
That's a great moment.
White Boy Summer is the guy that's just like, Professor, I can't, blah, blah.
Yep, you got it, bud.
Wow. He should have listened to Indiana Jones and not been such a dipshit.
Well, he got out of the library and went to Jamaica.
Too far out of the library.
Went to Jamaica. No, it could have been Spielberg Goldblum, huh? We forgot about that pairing.
I do love. I mean, Goldblum needed a director who could bring that out of him. I guess you could say it about like Wes Anderson and Goldblum. Although I don't know if Goldblum would be Wes Anderson's main dude. Schwartzman,
Bill Murray,
Bill Murray,
Schwartzman. Yeah,
that's a fun game. What the best pairing? We should maybe do that next time. The power rankings.
All right, but if you want to rank the movies,
yes, we should do we should. If we're going to do any rankings, we only can do one.
This is my personal. Okay, just the one I like the most. All right, the one I've seen the most. The one
he's gonna
do it.
JD.
Well, I'm gonna go with Last Crusade first, then Temple of Doom, then Ark and Crystal Skull.
Wow. And where's Dial fit on?
The Dial would be last, but we haven't got to Dial in the official.
Yeah, we can't.
We haven't.
We can't put Dial in yet. Yeah, that's for the listeners to look forward to for next time.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
So for me, I think similarly. So number 4 is Temple of Doom, which I did not like at all. I don't think is a good
starting
movie.
From the bottom up.
Unpleasant, yes. And then I'm going to go number 3. I mean, it's between Raiders and Crystal Skull for 2 and 3, and
this is with the time you choose.
Those top 3 are so solid. The Last Crusade, Raiders, and
Skull.
I think Raiders is number 3, Crystal Skull is number 2, and Last Crusade's number 1. Love Last Crusade.
Mitch?
Nice. I'm going to rank all 5 if that's okay.
Please do.
Yeah,
please
you
do.
Won't get another chance, yeah.
All right, cool. You're not going to have me do a scheduling conflict for the next 2 months to come back for Dial?
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. But thanks for having me on, by the way. I had a lot of fun with you guys, and I can't wait to listen to the whole series once it comes out. I'm going to definitely go Last Crusade. It's my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Then Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay.
Then Crystal Skull.
Whoa, you're putting Temple of Doom last?
Nice,
no,
dude.
Temple of Doom is not last.
Okay,
it's fourth.
Right.
And at a very, 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 very distant fifth is Dial of Destiny.
So you don't like Kike Kwan? Kike Kwan?
No, sorry, I don't dislike Kike Kwan.
He hates Asians in general.
No. All right, fine. Temple of Doom is number 3. Okay.
Would you rather, if you're Disney right now, if Bob Iger says, "Hey, Mitch, we're trying to figure out what to do with Indy. Dial, it wasn't a big hit. We're trying to reboot the whole thing," which we know they're having these conversations right now. Are you calling Shia? Are you calling Ki Kwan? Or are you doing something else? What direction are you going?
Dude, I would have loved to have seen Short Round again as an adult, especially since Ki Kwan is a prolific actor in this day and age.
And I saw him in a photo with Bob Iger. He's promoting the new Zootopia. He's apparently a voice in Zootopia too. And
he's a snake.
Bob Iger was there. They might have talked about him taking over the whip.
That would be
I think
cool.
the time's passed for that.
It would be
he's
so
too
good.
Old. He's too old now.
Yeah, he's too old.
Indy's a little older. He's not a young hunk. You want someone who's got some mature. I think Short Round as the hero and a golden retriever named Indiana Jones as the sidekick is the move.
It'd be a Burmese Mountain Dog, which was what Lucas's original dog was.
Absolutely not. It would be a golden retriever. George Lucas's dog doesn't matter.
Blue-eyed, golden, long-haired retriever.
I'm thinking about the box office, baby. It's got to be a golden retriever. That's what America wants.
Oh, and it's a crossover with Air Bud. Speaking of a franchise that's lost its way.
Wow. We've been lamenting it off mic for weeks. We're all thinking about it.
I saw the first 3, I think.
The Airbuds?
Yeah. I think when he started playing hockey, that's where I fell off.
Did he play hockey?
Yeah, he played hockey in one of them.
No, I think you're thinking of Air Bud Presents MVP Most Valuable Primate, where the chimp plays hockey.
No, that's where the chimp plays basketball.
Oh my God.
No, there's a chimp that plays hockey.
Yeah, and there's a chimp that plays basketball.
No.
Oh, okay. Chimp can't play basketball. All right.
There ain't no rules that say a chimp can't play basketball.
Okay, but my wife's take was I mean, her whole thing was like, who's going to take the mantle of Harrison Ford?
This is the question we're all asking.
And her whole thing is that the person has to be universally beloved like Harrison Ford is. Harrison Ford is the only thing the left and the right can agree on.
I don't know if that's true. I think that's one of the problems with the franchise, actually.
Everyone loves Harrison Ford.
I think he's lost. I think the Indy. Though. You think he's very left? Is he?
I'm pretty sure he's very.
See, Paul, you don't even know. You just have a bias against him, but you love him in these
movies.
I feel like
Indiana Jones is like the ultimate boomer dad movie. I think this is conservative coded. This whole franchise.
Lefty boomers and righty boomers love him.
Maybe you're right.
So her whole thing is this. So the actor who takes the mantle should be universally beloved and a little bit curmudgeonly. Therefore, she thinks Aubrey Plaza should be the next Indiana Jones.
Okay.
And her whole thing would be stealing artifacts from museums and giving them back to the indigenous peoples that they came from.
You don't think this will, dude? Some Chad bro.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either, but like, I'm not a fucking idiot Chad bro internet moron that's gonna. I'm not going to write a blog post.
Do you think they're the audience for Indiana Jones?
No.
Yes. Indiana. That's how Indy works. It's a Chad bro. 4 quadrants. That's how you make $1 billion for a movie. You got to appeal to everybody.
So you think having a female Indiana Jones would not appeal? I mean, they tried to do it in Dial of Destiny. That's who they're trying to hand it off to her.
They were, and that was a canny move. I think that was a good call. I mean, I'm excited to watch that one again. But I think that part of why this franchise is hard to carry on is because it is hard. This whole concept of like being an archaeologist that scoops up relics and like brings it, what your relationship is to the tradition of archaeology and other cultures, that has changed so much since Raiders came out. And I think that's why this franchise has lost its way, is because people don't all agree. Like Americans don't all have the same idea of what's right when it comes to those core features of this franchise.
I do want to say, I don't think the franchise has lost its way yet. I think in the first movie, it's going. Second movie, they take a detour intentionally. They get back on the tracks in the third one. And this one, they're just continuing farther along down the track. They have not. This franchise has not lost its way yet.
Yeah, I think I agree with you too. I think it was, I mean, I loved it. I do think critically they missed with something. I think the audience had changed.
The audience is, the audience for it is, it just wasn't as there as much, you know?
They didn't lose their way. They're doing what they've always done.
The audience has
changed. Yeah.
Yeah.
In some ways, yeah. For some of them. Anyway, that's the show. We are.
You're done?
End. I think we're done.
Okay.
We got the rankings?
We got the rankings. I'm really second guessing if I should switch Temple of Doom and Crystal Skull.
I don't think you hate Asian people. You don't have to.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, if I want to be true to my, like, I only own the first three, I would have to go Crusade Raiders, Temple of Doom.
But that's not because you're against buying the new ones. It's you have this weird autistic thing about having them all in one collection and not having too many copies.
And then Crystal Skull, and then Dial of Destiny. I don't know. You're right.
You're going to watch Dial of Destiny tonight. You're going to buy yourself a new box set, and we're going to have a whole different conversation tomorrow.
I'm going to bust down. I'm going to be like knocking JD's door at midnight.
I'm ready to record a new one.
Hey, guys, I love Dial now.
It's fitting that he stays in the past.
Yeah, that's my biggest gripe with it, that he wants to die in the past. That would create so many paradoxes. Not only did they already crash a plane at the Battle of
this is the Avengers effect on you. That movie is, you're like, they can't stay back in time. It would cause too many things. You've seen Avengers so much, you're like, we got to bring it back to the timeline.
You don't think Doc Brown would be against creating paradoxes?
He did it. He stayed in the past and married that chick.
Oh, you're right.
He did. He was like, yeah, until pussy's there, until there's a fucking someone who wants to fuck. Then my morals are out the window.
Right. These are our boys, Jules and Vern.
I do think we're done. I think this is the end of the episode. Mitch, thanks so much for joining us. Do you have a plug? You want to make a plug?
Just follow me on Instagram at Comic Mitch Jones. I'm doing shows all over the Denver metro area.
That's a great plug. Great plug,
right,
Mitch.
Yeah. So we ended up with the classic Indy line that we all know and love. I was a child. I was in love.
See y'all next time.
Belongs in a museum.
Hold On to Your Butts is a left hand, right brain production. Produced by JD Lopez.